live, I believe. Now I'm going to introduce myself probably doing this video like 3 times so that I get the new users and then I can repurpose these videos. It's the whole purpose of doing a long live. And by the way, now that I speak of that, drop YT for YouTube if you want to know my process and what I'm doing. My latest strategy, it seems to be working. I'm getting leads and I'm starting to get a little bit, I got 25 new subscribers in the last couple weeks just because of the new stuff I'm doing. All right, so this will be the beginning of my video. Hey, it's Ginny, learnwithginny.com. I've been in the home business industry for, well, half a decade or more. And I don't even know because I can't remember when I started. Anyway, I want to show you 3 video editing apps for helping you create content. Video content is definitely king. It's right now, as of 2024, it's kind of important that you do video. You don't have to do video, but it creates a little bit more know, like, and trust because I can look at you through the camera. And speaking of creating videos, you always want to look for that iris on the camera. I can see the black dot and I can point at it right there and I can look at it so that I am making eye contact with you. It just feels more personal. So that's just an extra little video recording tip. But I have 3 popular video editing apps that I want to run through from easiest to hardest to use. And it's interesting because I asked ChatGPT to help me come up with a little bit of a outline, to talk to you. And I told it what I wanted. And when I put in easiest to hardest, it put it in a different order than I thought it would be. So it just goes to show you, because I have a little bit more, computer IT technical experience being in the IT industry for 27 years. That's a long time. Anyway, with my experience, it was a little bit backwards from what I thought was easiest to use. Super interesting. So I'd like to hear, comment and let me know which ones that you try and which ones that you find easier. I'd be interested to know if you think that these are actually in the order from easiest to hardest. ChatGPT thought it went Canva, and then InShot, and then CapCut. And then I have a bonus one to show you, which is DaVinci, which is way, way, way more complicated. And it's like almost like having a professional editing software. It's free, so you get what you pay for. Adobe is probably the best, or ScreenFlow I've heard of, and a few others. But I'm going to show you the 3 that I have used in order of easiest to hardest. So let me bring up, it looks like I closed the window. Okay, here we go. I want to share that screen. So let me see. I think I just got to move my face. Oh yeah, here we go. So the first one is Canva. And by the way, if you want a list of apps that I use all the time in my home business, drop the word list and I'll get you that list. It's called my ultimate list of home business apps. And I'm always adding to it, actually. So whenever you leave the word list on this video later on, you'll get the latest version. So there you are. Canva. Canva, you can create all kinds of stuff, right? But you can also do some video editing, which is really cool. And some of it, which is even cooler, is you can use the templates to, let's go in here. I'll just show you. So let's say we want to create a TikTok video. There's going to be some templates on the left that you can use. For example, let's say I'm in skincare and I have this special oil blend that I created. So I can use this template. It's 12 seconds long. I can add text Let's see what it looks like though. And doesn't have sound. It doesn't have sound. Okay. So I would put like little bubbles or something on there, like add text, for example. Let's see if I go text bubble. Actually, if we go here and search for text bubble like this, this is what I mean right here. That's what I would do if I were doing this video, because I would say, hey, check this out. I have this, and then you put the text on top of the bubble. So you just click the text tool, and right here, and it's so tiny I can't see it, but I'm gonna want to move it up. If I can select it. Let's zoom in and scroll up. There. Obviously we're gonna want to make this bigger. And then I just say, you know, my special blend promotes glowing, healthy, younger looking, whatever. And then I would just add, you know, a few things, and I'd also time it. So if you go in here, you can time it. Let's see, where's the timing on it? Or you could just have them pop up at different times too. But anyway, I didn't find Canva to be the easiest for me, but for you, you might. I don't see where I can change the timing on here, but I certainly can figure it out for you later if you really, really, really wanted to do it. Otherwise, you could also, I'm just going to get out of here, you could also pick, let's go up here and search for, let's do exercise, TikTok. I mean, and this is, I'm just using the template so that I don't have to do anything, right? So here, let's edit this one. I have a free version of Canva, by the way, if you use my link that's in my guide, customize the template. So you change your @ to whoever you are. I'm Learn with Ginny. And then we have a simple 15-minute HIIT workout. And I would say, let's see, let's copy this. Duplicate it, move it up, and say, DM me for info, something like that, right? There's your video. You could do a voiceover on it. It's 10 seconds long, but it has some music too, so. Yeah, easy, right? I mean, you could do dozens of those videos. So that's Canva. Now, number 2, which is a little bit more difficult, is only on your phone. So I have that one. It's called InShot. I don't think I have an affiliate link for this one because there isn't one, but I think I have a share link in my document of my list of apps that I use. Okay, so what I really like InShot for actually is for photo editing, resizing photos, because sometimes a photo will be too big to use on a website or something, and I will actually bring it into here and resize it. I'll show you that real quick. Let's say I want to take this one, and I want to make it, let's see, is it the canvas? I can't remember. Oh yeah, it's like Instagram size right here. Boom. There. And then I could just export it and use it on Instagram. So I like it for that. You can do that in Canva also, which you might already know. So there's that. But for a video editor, I'm just going to take this last one that I was working on. I don't remember what it was all about. Obviously, I was out burning brush. Until that fire takes off. So I had clips in here that I had sewn together, but let's say I want to add an effect. I can add an effect with the star here. Let's see what this looks like. I can add a weird outline. I can add other outlines. I can add a glow. I don't know what that did, but celebrate. That's kind of cool. Anyway, so I can add an effect, and the effect only went from here to here, but if I wanted to expand it, I just drag this out. I can edit, whoops, edit the video. Let's get out of the effect. There's all kinds of things you can do in here. But let's say I wanted to shorten the clip a little bit. I could do that. Got it. Okay. I can add text. I can add stickers. I liked the stickers. I remember I added my own stickers even when I was editing videos. So I just found this InShot to be very easy to use for when I'm editing clips to make it. And then you just export it and then upload it to whatever platforms you want. So that's InShot. InShot is pretty easy. It has some materials you can use too. It's not as robust as Canva. Canva has a lot in it. Okay, number 3 in difficulty is CapCut. Now CapCut I can use on my phone and on my desktop. However, I do most of my editing on my desktop. So this is Canva. You can see I use it I'm sorry. This is CapCut. CapCut is created by the same company that wrote TikTok. So it's very compatible with TikTok. I can do all kinds of things. Let's see. Let's take the last video I worked on right here. I don't know what's in that one. Oh, is it frozen? Let's see what's going on here. Let's get out of here. Oh, I see. Okay, whatever. It just takes a minute for it to come back up as it loads whatever project you're working on. And this was the last 2 clips that I actually cut for my YouTube videos. So I can quickly add an effect to it. Like let's say a zoom, for example. It's one I use often. I'll just add that and then we can see what it looks like.
Move into a subtopic that I have that goes along with this.
You can add quick zooms. You can shorten it. I find CapCut the easiest. If you are, let me go back to my home page because I really like creating short videos. Like, let's see if I have one in here that I can. Is this one? This one's 13 seconds. It's got to be. Yeah, this is in TikTok format. And then what I did is I added the captions by simply going to, is it under text? Yes, auto captions. And then you just do English and you generate them. I already have them in here, so I'm not going to hit generate. But you can also, which is super cool, is you can select a clip like this one. And you can use this little tool right here. So you can edit it by using the transcript. That is super cool. So it looks like that's all I said in that video, but let's just pretend that I wanted to cut out where I said the word R. It goes right there where the word R is, and then I could just like shorten it up like that, or I could delete it, which is what it did. So I could just press delete too. I'm gonna undo. Very handy for the longer videos that I do for YouTube. So there's that. As far as captions go, so see how I have it all fancy there? What I did was under the text effects, there's favorites, there's text templates. Let's see here. It is freaking out on me here a little bit. Here we go. There's a basic one that I really like in here, but there's all kinds of them. I mean, if you sort through them, like here's a green one. I could apply that. That's just adding text. Whoops. I want to be on the actual captions over here. So that would be down here. I can choose, whoops, I'm scrolling too fast. Right over here. Woo. There. I could make it all yellow, whatever. I'm going to delete this default text. But find someone who believes in you. I think I could change it to something like that. See what it looks like?
Listen to those who tell you.
Anyway, there's all kinds of things you can do in here. If you want a CapCut tutorial, I'm sure that if you searched YouTube for CapCut tutorial, you'd find all kinds. I could certainly create one, but I'm just showing you from easiest to hardest. Okay, so there's CapCut. CapCut is just excellent for creating TikToks. I used it almost exclusively for TikToks and Reels, because then I could add those fancy captions and stuff like that. So bonus mention is Resolve. Now I will admit I don't use Resolve very often. It's a lot more complicated, but there's a lot more you can do with it, because you can do things to the sound. You can do layers, and I mean, which you can do in CapCut too. That's why I don't use it that often, because I'm always using CapCut. CapCut just does everything I want. But if you want a full-blown video editor, DaVinci Resolve is the name of that software. So I was just showing you that screen. I don't really know that much about it. It's just my bonus mention of a full-blown video editor. Okay, so let me come over here and bring me back up. Where's, oh, my mouse is over there. I get confused when I'm sharing my screen. Yeah, and even techies get confused, guys. So, and you're gonna have to find what works best for you. So if you're ready to upgrade your skills, there's an app for all of you. CapCut is, they're saying, is the hardest of the three. InShot a little bit easier, and Canva even easier. And I will admit that having the templates in Canva is easier. The actual editing part, I don't find easier, but you comment and let me know which ones you find easier. And while you're at it, comment the word list, and I'll get you that list of ultimate home business apps. That, I mean, it's just the list of everything I've ever used, and some of them are affiliate links. So if you buy them or subscribe, a lot of them are free. Some of them you have free links. Some of them you need my code to get a free link. So anyway, just all kinds of tools in there. So which app are you excited to try? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. That's a wrap for the 3 most popular video editors from easiest to hardest. Okay, I'm going to introduce myself again here. I'm Ginny, learnwithginny.com. I've been in the home business industry for several years, floundering all over the place, and now I'm here to show you some of the things that I've learned along the way. So, cold messaging. It's horrible, but it does work. You have to go by the numbers when you do cold messaging. And if you're tired of cold messaging, I would definitely encourage you to learn marketing. Cold messaging, to me, felt like I was annoying people. It felt like I was, going out there and pushing to get people. And it just never felt natural to me. And you know what? If you continue to do cold messaging, because it works, you almost have to in the beginning, so that you learn how to talk to people. And so that you get past all of that weirdness in the beginning, when all of a sudden you have something for sale and you've never been a salesperson. Because people get all weird in their conversations, because they have something behind the words. They have a motivation. They have an ulterior motive to the conversation, and people can feel that. So it's like you chase them away. So you got to learn some of that communication. So do it. Don't avoid making the list of 100 people that you can contact and ask if they're open to looking at your products or your services or your courses or whatever, because you'll learn something, I promise. Now, on the other hand, I do encourage you to learn marketing, because learning marketing, you learn psychology, and you learn a little bit about why people buy and how they buy, and most importantly, what people want. Because if you have what people want, and you know who the people are that want that thing, it's just easier because you can get in front of those people and you don't have to sell because they already want what you have. As long as you're using words that they resonate with, if that makes sense. So, the kind of marketing that I want to talk about here is called attraction marketing. And it's kind of an overused term over the years. But, back in the day, they called it magnetic marketing. And Dan Kennedy, one of the best marketers there ever was, like one of the OGs of direct marketing, called it, he still has a website, and that's his main website, magnetic marketing. And you know what? Find his books. They're called No BS, No BS Social Media, No BS. There's a whole bunch of them. So go find those books. And speaking of books, if you want a list of books that I have used in my, to learn marketing, I'll be happy to share with you. Just write down books under the video and I'll get those to you. So when I started with cold messaging, it's exhausting because you have to go through a lot of people and then you have to follow up. I do, one more little bonus here, I do have a spreadsheet that I actually used to keep in touch with people. When I start a discussion with someone, I'll take notes on them. And I learned that from Harvey Mackay. I have the book right there. That's why I'm looking over there and pointing at it. But from he was actually, what did he do? Greeting cards or envelopes or something back in the day. And he owned these businesses and he owned several businesses. And a lot of the networking he did, everybody networks, guys. Network marketing is not something unique to the MLM industry. Or what they're calling network marketing. Network marketing is networking and meeting people. That's all it is building your network. Because the more people you know, the more likely you're going to meet someone that needs what you have, or it could be a future business partner, or it could be a best friend. You don't know. So that's why you meet people, right? So enough about networking. I want to get down to attraction marketing. So the attraction marketing principles are like 3 steps that I learned from digital mentors back in the day and from Diane Hockman. You build your network organically, right? You do build your network. You still network. However, you drop the agenda. You're not trying to get their emails. You're not trying to get anything from them. You're simply meeting them. That's it. Making new friends, right? Yeah, there was a part of me back in the day that was like, oh, I don't need more friends. Why would I want to make more friends? I have my best friends. I have my husband. I have my family. But you have to understand the power of knowing people. How do you think some of the most successful people got to the top? It's by the people they knew. Anyway, so you build your network. No spamming, no soliciting, just organic, authentic connections. That's it. Then, as you're building, right, you're using social media to build. I didn't make that obvious when I was talking, but that's been my main avenue of meeting people. You have to make sure that you follow their rules and that you're not spamming people, right? You're just making connections that will keep you safe, okay? Then you create valuable content because these people that you're meeting, you're going to find, let's say you're in the weight loss niche. It's just easiest to go there. You can find weight loss groups and you can meet people in there. And you could become the expert in that group providing information without mentioning or selling your supplements or your workouts or whatever. Okay? Because as you meet people and you make friends, then you make content that's helpful for them on your social media. Those people who are attracted to you and have met you will see your content. That's when you get their emails. That's how the way I use it. You could also put them in a group, in a membership site, preferably, because that is yours. You want them on a platform that you can control. Because I have seen too many stories of people losing every bit of their prospects and clients and customers contacts if they use like Facebook, for example, exclusively to keep in touch with people. So that's why you keep contact information, emails, mailing addresses, or in a membership site, like I said, one that you own, where you collect them in a place where you can talk to them. And that's where you sell, by the way. That's where you sell. You give them more value and you sell. Okay, so it's build your network, create valuable content that they are interested in, and then gather them in a place, preferably platform, that you own. Text messaging is also a viable option, as long as they agree to it. Okay, so for me, email marketing has been my go-to. I use Aweber. You will find a link in my ultimate list of home business apps. If you'd like that, just type the word list below this video and I'll get that to you. So final thoughts on this and long-term benefits is sustainability, because you have this constant bucket of people coming into your environment. It creates trust because you've created an environment where they have opted in, they have said yes to something. I want your ultimate list of home business apps, for example. Now you'll get in my email list where I share with you more value and more tips, a lot of mindset stuff, because I really love that stuff in marketing, right? I share all that stuff. Scalability, because if you're using, for example, like I use the autoresponder that I use, I just blast out one email to 1,000 people at once. My list isn't 1,000 people yet, but we're getting there. Okay, so cold messaging might give you quick results, and it should. You should be able to make some sales. You probably have to message 100 people before you get 10. So it's just stick to whatever process you decide to go with. If you do the cold messaging, learn the marketing. You just learned some from me. So use what you learned. I'd love to hear what happens for you when you use some of these tips. Comment below. Let me know what you think. That's a wrap for cold message marketing. Sucks. I don't like it. It's horrible. It's horrible. But you know what? Everybody's got to start somewhere, and we all have to do it. There are still times when I message people. Okay, I'm going to introduce myself for a third time. So if you're just popping on live, I'm Ginny, learnwithginny.com. I've been in the home industry for several years. I floundered all over the place. I had this secret obsession with marketing, and now I'm sharing it with you. So if you're stuck in this home business marketing and you want to make an impact, that's what we want, right? You're not alone. Been there. I still get stuck sometimes. So there's hope. Don't worry about it. You will get unstuck as long as you just don't throw in the towel. So what the problem is, and I learned this from several different teachers, but the last one was in a group that I'm in, a mastermind. We had a guest speaker. She is a multiple 8-figure earner. Just crazy. She's amazing, amazingly smart, amazingly simple marketing. And what she talked about was vision. What do you really, really want? And that is a tough question. That is a tough question. Don't feel bad if you don't know what you want specifically. So I'll tell you a little bit about what she said, but if you'd like to be in that mastermind, it's $10. Just drop the word mastermind and I'll get you in there. It comes with this cool goal setting app. I call it my magical morning app because it's like a whole routine of things that I get done every morning that creates it puts your whole day in perspective, if that makes sense. Stumbling over my words here. Okay, so let's talk about pain versus vision, because a lot of times when you start out in a home business, it's a pain that you're trying to soothe or you're trying to get over. For example, maybe you're struggling to pay your bills, or maybe you have your kids in sports and it's super crazy, ridiculously expensive to buy them new gloves and new bats and new uniforms and stuff like that. Or heck, if you're in baseball, right, which is what I'm talking about, if your son is a catcher or your daughter, the catching outfits are crazy expensive if you want them to have their own. So there's all that. There's the travel. There's all kinds of stuff, right? It's expensive. So these are pain points, right? So you want to earn money and you get into a home business to earn the extra money. But that pain that's motivating you, to earn that extra cash, eventually fizzles out and the energy just goes away. You get to the point where you're a little burned out because pain can only motivate you so long. I think it's Michael Beckwith, Reverend Michael Beckwith, that says pain motivates you until vision pushes you, or pain pulls you. Pain pulls you or pushes you. Pain pushes you until vision pulls you. Because when you have that vision, you're going for something and you can see it. It becomes, it pulls you. It pulls you towards it because that's what you're doing. You're working towards. So, vision answers these questions. Where are you going? So you can see it. What do you really, really want? It's actually your why. And I used to hear the phrase, it's the why that makes you cry. Like you cry because you want to help the children and feed the starving children or whatever it is. But it's more than that, okay? And it can be selfish. It doesn't matter because I think it's selfish to not be more and do more so that you can give more to your community and to the world and to your people. There are people waiting for you to open your mouth and speak. So, what do you really want? Let's just say, I'll tell you the story that Lisa told in our group. If you want to be in that mastermind, again, it's just $10. Drop the word mastermind, I'll get you in there. She talks about someone who says, she says, well, what do you want? And the person says, a house. And she says, well, what's this house like? And they're like, well, it has 3 bedrooms. It's all on one level. And it's in some kind of neighborhood or whatever. So Lisa finds this house. I don't know if this is a true story, but just an example. She finds this house and she says, hey, let's go for a ride. Brings the person with, and the person, we'll just call her Susie. So Susie's in the car with her, and she pulls up to this really ugly house. I mean, super ugly. It's like back in the 70s with like freaking orange paint on it and stuff, right? And she walks in and she's showing her around. It's ugly on the inside too. Needs a lot of work. It's all one level though. It has 3 bedrooms. And it's in the neighborhood she wanted. But she's like, and she hands her the keys. You would think it would be, oh, this is dream come true. This is my house. But she's like, that's not what I want. So she's not being clear in her vision, right? Know what you want in detail. So 2 books I want to tell you about. So Neville Goddard is a guy that talks about the power of imagination and how you vividly can see what it is you want to the point where you can feel it and taste it. He says that I don't know what term it is, I can't remember, but like the magic or the power is in the emotion. To be able to feel it and see it and have the emotion attached to it to bring it towards you. Maxwell Maltz is another one. Psycho-Cybernetics is the name of his book. And he talks about, meditating and visioning in detail He actually teaches you to put it on a movie screen when you're meditating so you can see it and you can hear and feel and smell everything, all the details in your vision of yourself doing or being whatever. So take time to visualize. And if you do want to be in that mastermind, the app that comes with it for $10 lets you create a vision board right on. I wonder if I could show you. Well, maybe not. I'm not going to bother trying to bring it up on my computer and waste your time while I'm going, I'm trying to get it on my phone. It allows you to create a vision board right on your phone so that it's part of your magical morning. You can walk through it. You do the gratitudes and all the things, and then you have your task list of things to get towards what you want. As a matter of fact, we're doing a challenge right now. This is August 14th, 2024, for people that have something they want to transform in their lives, whether it be weight loss or family or relationships or business. A lot of people are doing it for the business. A lot of people are doing it for weight loss. But you set up what things you're going to do every day, like how much water you're going to drink, stuff like that. And then I have another app that goes with it. So take time to visualize your goals daily, whether you get the app or not. You can create a vision board on Canva and use that as your desktop or something. See them, feel them, and believe in them. They will strengthen you and they will keep you motivated and get you unstuck, because then you have something you're working towards. I hope that helps. Make it a great day. I'll see you next time.